Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we got a fun one. So the One Ring is a card that's taken over like every format it's legal in. This card fogs your opponent for a turn, then just draws you a whole bunch of cards, eventually finding you another copy of the One Ring to then fog and then draw you a bunch of cards. So I thought, why don't we try it out in Burn? So the thing is with Burn, you usually throw all your spells and then you are just in a top deck mode and your opponent can usually outpace you, at least in Historic. We don't have like super efficient reoccurring burn. Some of the creatures are a little bit weaker. We don't have like Ragavan, little things of that nature. We don't have punishing cards like Blood Moon that you see in Modern or Boros Charm. So I've been playing with this card and it's kind of cool. Just it gives you a turn that you can fog your opponent and then just keeps drawing us cards every turn. The rest of the deck's just a bunch of like burn spells, really. So we have a package of just aggressive 1-drops. Get 2 Lava Runner, gets haste later game. It's just a 1-mana 2/2 for the most part in this deck. Swiftspear as well as Soulscar Mage 1-mana 1/2s that have prowess, haste, and then just -1/1 counters with the damage. We have Burn and Play with Fire, Lightning Strike, Static Discharge, which scales, Skewer the Critics. I'm actually on version 6 of this deck. I've just been tweaking little things here and there as I've been playing around with stuff. Back on the Vigashino, trying these out just to have a little bit more density of threats. I've been playing with started with 2 of these, went up to 4, went back to 3. The big thing is Kumano got nerfed in Alchemy, so it doesn't get haste when it flips. So it's not as good in this deck anymore. And then we have a couple copies of Roiling Vortex. I'm having a tough time against the Rakdos decks because it can usually grind out. This can stop the life gain from Shieldred, but be kind of a recursive damage source because Molten Impact hits us pretty hard, and we usually have to use some of our burn to control their creatures. This also incidentally hits Arcanist. If they flashback stuff from their graveyard, they take 5 damage. So you do need to be somewhat like cautious in terms of how you play with this card. It can hurt you, especially if you have the One Ring out. So again, this isn't like, I'm not claiming this is going to be the best deck of the format, anything of that nature. I'm 8-5 with it. Funnily enough, I have a much better on the draw win rate than anything else. But we are going to give this a go. Just play some games, see how it is. Kind of play some Burn, play some Rings. The ladder reset, so I'm not like as like we need to break the format. But I usually like Burn. I think this might be better served as like Rakdos, surprise, surprise. You can play like Orcish Bowmaster. You can potentially play like Bump in the Night and just kind of go from that avenue. That gives you a better 2-drop. You could go with like Thoughtseize in that case, but I wanted all my Burn to kind of hit face. The most prominent deck that we've been facing is a lot of Wizards decks. We're 3-3 versus them, but the matchup can go either way. We're going to give this a shot, see how it plays out. So depending what they do and what they're showing, that'll dictate whether or not I use this Play with Fire. So they are an aggressive red deck potentially. I think we just passed the turn here. Let's have some fun with it. I might want to do this on upkeep. Okay, so they're not an aggressive red deck. They are a ramp deck. So if they're on Karn, these One Rings are really bad. I do want to hit a land drop here, so we're going to do this on upkeep. Okay, so not the land drop I wanted for Christmas. They more likely than not have removal, so we'll just hold off on this. I can do it for next turn. This kind of takes off some turns of their clock. We're on 22 lands here. Okay, so they're just wildfiring away. Ooh, green. No! And that gains them 3 life. Well, this game is being decided by the shuffler, just deciding 3 lands, no luck. Just watch out with Auto Tapper. For whatever reason, it loves to leave the Ramanop ruins up. So they would have been at 7 had it not been for the Might. Okay, so they're main boarding Karns if they're playing the coding. And they have a Braid for my land. Which is kind of annoying because I had the One Ring here. So that would have been a really good play. No Braid. Stop it. So dumb. Did they just have 3 Braids here? Well, when the opponent's hitting you with... when you miss land drops multiple turns, and then your opponent hits you... multiple land destruction spells... So Karn's going to pick off each of our lands. They have the anger, so they've had it all this game. And they spam the emote. Just a piece of shit. Like, what would you expect? So, not really the best kind of showcase. That type of Pawns deck's not really gonna go. Those Braids and like those like artifact destruction aren't particularly great. Hand looks decent. So I think we lead off with this. Poke in a damage. We can go Soul Scar next turn. It ends up being the same amount. And follow it up with the Lightning Strike. This is likely Rakdos mid-range here. So I can do the damage here, but then I'm kind of weak to Crucius. I think we just do the damage. Okay, so land off the top. Land off the top. We'll also take a burn spell off the top. Kind of have to go with that in any case. They did dump a One Ring. They could have another copy. Ursa's Ruinous Blast. Can confidently say that's not the card I was expecting to play around. Land. Come on. The problem here is now they have protection, so this doesn't really do much. If they do have Shelly, they're going to gain a bunch of life. So we had a decision there. I think it was right to push damage. So the problem is here, because they have access to the One Ring, I can't deal like the Skewer. I also just don't want to take the turn killing Crucius here. That's fine. Let's see if they get a little greedy. Obviously want to dodge Sheoldred, and we're dead. Getting some like frustrating flips here. Like that other game, we drew our lands, but they blew them up. This game, can't do much there. Like you're never gonna play around Urza's Ruinous Blast in a Rakdos deck. Like they also can't cast that if I kill the thing, but some weird decks on the ladder right now. So Thoughtseize probably takes one of my 1-drops here. Could take the Roiling Vortex. So I'm gonna lead with this. These get better late game because of haste. Just kill this for now. Obviously, like, not great. Would have preferred this on the... Because if they go Crucius here, it's a little bad. Because they'll get a trigger. Okay. Lily's actually fine.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the... Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
So it's a bit tricky here, because, like, I can hit Lily. I think we just do this. Take Lily off the battlefield. I want to have an answer to Crucius. Okay, it's an encouraging start. Okay, so they have Croxa. Just bin that. That's 5 cards in the yard. That's 6 cards. So they can escape it back. We'll just ditch this. Is what it is. They had like the Inquisition there, not even Thoughtseize to punish our opponent, like to punish them. Okay, so we have Play with Fire. I think we just pass here. I don't want to give them a free block here. Like, they have to decide if they want to attack.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
I think at this point we discard this.
Must be made.
I do think we want to go face here. I think that's actually fine. So we are dead to any removal spell, but I can't play around that. I got the one ring. Are you kidding me? Just terrible luck. Because this gives them the protection for the turn. So I have to do this. So I need specifically a burn spell here. But I am dead to a removal spell. They're hovering, so it looks like they have it. We can't catch a break today. Can't catch a break. I just want like one game. We were doing like, I don't know. I was doing all right off stream. So Jengantha is going to be wizards. This hand's actually pretty decent against wizards because we have 2 removal spells. If you can, prioritize the discharge first over the lightning strike. Because they can usually like target it with haste. So you want to do it while it's on the stack. Okay, their mana base is painful, which might be advantageous to us. Let's see what they do here. This could be Wizard's Lightning. So we're going to do this. Deals with that. So I was trying to see if we could bait them into like a block scenario. I wanted to use the Play with Fire because it has less targets in this matchup. I think that's fine. Because they can play another spell in response. And then I wouldn't be able to hit it. Okay, that's fine. Them using burn in like instances like this where it's also giving like a ping of damage to themselves is okay. Because really what I want to try to do is just control their creatures. A lot of their spells get worse. The fact that they burnt like a Wizard's Lightning here is fine. This might just be Jengantha to hand. Okay, so we see Sage here. What's your last card, friend? Could be Reckless Impulse. Good last card to have. So just do this to hand, say go. Problem is like they have these as their catch-up. We really need to find a ring. If we could find a ring here, it's okay. We may potentially be the first to drop Jengantha, which could be nice. We're still at 17 life. I will have to kill that though. Especially no Reckless Impulse, or Reckless Charge, please. Let's go full control. Looking at their graveyard. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take a chance here. We're hoping they don't have it. Because this Reckless Charge can hit Jengantha. They might have Snapcaster Mage here. That's bad because they'll draw him 2 and hit Jengantha on my side. Okay, the ring tempting them is kind of annoying because now they get pseudo unblockable. And now they draw, discard, and oh, that was perfect. Because that takes out 5. I can deal with this Dreadhorde here. So how the ring works, if it gets blocked, then I gotta sack a creature. So I guess I should have killed it first. This is as you cast the spell. Bit annoying. I could get in the shot with the den there, it's good though. Maybe we just go face. Okay, they did take 2 damage there. So if they don't block Den, then they're just dead on my upkeep. Okay, you can do 16 damage to me, you win. It's a start. See what they're doing here. The scary thing is this Wizards deck can't. Oh, okay. Should be good then. So this is actually pretty cool with the Birthday Escape, because if the ring gets temped, he deals 3 damage, so it's another way to deal some recursive damage. Don't stifle me, bro. Or brah. Alright, back on the board. Let's get this one more. Haven't got to see the ring in action. Like, that's very much the way we have to win this Wizards matchup, just control their creatures. They can do lots of burst damage. The ring is really tough there. Or the new Lord of the Rings card, because it's giving them a lot of card advantage that they didn't previously have. Okay, 3 lands and a 1 ring. Let's go. Opponent instantly thought seizes me. Okay, you have my interest. I think we start with this. Next turn I can do both of these. Mount Doom. They an Anvil deck, most likely. Okay, the stop could be from the Bloods. Probably just do this. Mount Doom does deal damage to them. Blazing Rootwalla. Okay. Skewer the Critics is actually pretty good here. I know it's not the land we necessarily want, but Ramnop Ruins with the Viashino hits, and then I can deal 3 damage to them. This is also going to deal some pain to them. See the Kitchen Imp here, so this is like Rakdos Madness. Probably want to deal with that. We can usually gum up the board quite well, but want to be mindful there. I'll probably trade the Viashino with this Rootwalla. Okay, I see a second Kitchen Imp here. They are taking quite a bit of damage. Land. Okay. Discharge isn't bad. I think we just passed the turn here. Depending if they present lethal or not, I can lightning strike them and then static discharge them on my turn. So they have Crucius. Maybe should have attacked the other way, but then they get the trade there. Cool. Give me protection! So this will buy us a turn at least. I can get 2 draws. Only take... Actually get 3 draws. 1 at the end step, 2 the following turn. Okay, so they braid there, that's fine. They don't get the damage. I'll draw a card. I'll draw 2 cards. Think, like, do they have haste is the question. I'm taking 2 this turn because I can hit them, but if that's like a fatal push, it's pretty bad, or an abrade. I honestly think we just take the turn here. I don't want to risk this and this right now. They are a little bit more of an aggressive deck. Okay, so can't really afford the damage this turn because they have Alms Beast. I think I gotta do it regardless because it's like not super efficient. I'm dead to like any discard. I guess I could have tried to find another ring. I don't know. Do you have another one? Would it have mattered? Not really. We wouldn't have been able to push enough. A little unfortunate there. The 3 life they gained there was kind of relevant. We could see how the ring draws us cards, which generally helps, but we took a little bit too much damage early. Some timely removal spells also got us. I'm actually going to mulligan this hand. Mana base is really painful. Probably like fatal push. I'll keep that on top. Could see the fatal push. This might be like the Orcish Bowmaster deck. But yeah. So then next turn I'm able to do this. Snap push is annoying. Gotta deal with this. This deck probably is better. Oh, well, I just lost. When they curve Shieldred. Alright, we tried. A little too cute, not doing enough, unfortunately, so we'll take the L there, but we try out these things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.